Namaste, this is Isha Das, and the divine in me bows before the divine in each one of you. I want to do a short reflection today on the reality of energy, and let me put it in a context. Everything that we do, everything is fueled by energy. Our physical movements are fueled by energy. Our emotions are fueled by energy. Our psychological states are fueled by energy. And our spiritual consciousness is fueled by energy. This begs the question, what kind of energy are we feeding on? What kind of energy is pulsating through us? What kind of energy is moving us? The Bible talks about the necessity of discerning the spirits. At one level, what that means is that we have to discern, to be aware of the energy that is pulsating through us, because the energy that is moving through us and inspiring us really determines the quality of our actions and ultimately the quality of our lives. Now, just to keep it very simple, I'm going to talk about two types of energies that impact us psychologically, emotionally, and spiritually. The first one is electricity. Electric energy, in the way that I'm using it, it is reactive, it is fiery, it is crackling, it just moves. It's electrical energy that causes us to react with anger and impatience and judgment and hatred. It is electrical energy that fuels a mob. And in much of our politics in the world today, and especially in the United States, whether you're talking about the left or the right, it's fueled by this electric energy. And again, electric energy does not heal, it does not bring people together, rather, it is divisive, and it weakens ultimately our psychological and spiritual states. But there's another kind of energy. Often we refer to it as grace. I like to use the term divine energy. Divine energy is literally the breath of God. It is the energy that's emanating out of the heart of God. And it has a whole different feel internally and what it creates externally. Divine energy is really the goodness and the beauty and the love of God manifesting in time and space. And so I think it's important to reflect on how can we nurture, how can we call on that divine energy rather than the electric reactive energy. Well, the first thing is prayer. And by prayer, I don't mean praying at God. And I don't mean praying for things. But as Yogananda said, it is praying in God. It is praying from a state of communion with God. And what are we praying for? We're praying to be in the flow of the divine will, which puts us in the flow of divine energy. Think of the prayer of St. Francis. Make me an instrument of your peace. Make me an instrument of your love. That's prayer, when we seek just to be an instrument of God's love. When I am in difficult situations and I don't know what to say or do, or I'm confused, I will just go internal. I will go internally inside, and I will just pray, God, what is the most wise and loving course of action in this situation? And invariably, an energy and a wisdom bubbles up to direct me. Secondly, meditation. Yogananda tells us that when we meditate, we're tapping into the reservoir of God's creativity, the reservoir of God's wisdom, the reservoir of God's strength, the reservoir of God's love. Meditation makes us one with the mind of God. And if we're one with the mind of God, then divine energy is going to bubble up from our depths and guide us in all situations. Yogananda said, what you experience in meditation, take with you into activity, meaning just hold that sense of stillness and silence as you go through your day, or that sense of inner aliveness. That's the breath of God. And it will literally direct you and all of us towards a path of love and truth and beauty and goodness. See, electrical energy in the moment, it feels good. You know, when you're angry and you're just kind of going off on somebody, there's a release of that electrical energy, and in the moment it feels good, but it leaves us empty and it leaves us wanting more, and then it gets us in that habitual, karmic, compulsive behavior. Whereas when we tap into the divine energy, and that is flowing through us, it is like manna from heaven. It fulfills our hunger and our deepest longings. And it's an endless, that divine energy is like an endless source of living water within us. The more we pray, the more we meditate, the more we seek to be God's instrument in the world, it just bubbles up from within us and through us. Lastly, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, have a mission. And don't let the mission be self-serving. Let the mission be God-serving. Let the mission be others-serving. Choose to seek to be an instrument of God wherever you are and in any circumstance that you find yourself. There's something about that intention to be a simple instrument of God, or as Mother Teresa said, to be a pencil in the hand of God. There's something about that simple intention that just allows that divine energy to flow through us. And this is the wonderful secret. The more we tap into that divine energy, the more it flows through us. There's an endless, infinite supply of divine energy. And again, the more we call on it, the more we stir it up, the more we pray it into us and meditate it into us, the more it flows through us, more and more and deeper. And then our lives are not charged with electricity. They're charged with truth, beauty, and goodness. And we become a healing balm, a healing ointment in the world. Isn't that a beautiful way to live? Choose grace. Choose the divine energy. Choose to be fueled by the love of God. That's how our lives become divine. God bless you, and have a great day.